flag is out. 30 laps. 6 cars down to 4 off of turn number 2. Adam Petty looking for the lead and takes it down the back straightaway.
Don Perry slight bobble down the back stretch, allows the inside line to bobble up. Adam Petty easily works himself by. A little more trouble for Petty as Rio hot on his tail. Cody Tripp trying to work himself by on the high groove, and the field storms off a 2.
Down the back stretch they go. Jason Petty has already opened up a 2-car length advantage on the outside. Tripp trying to work around the 3 of Rio. The 16 of Sylvia right there. As they race stacked up double wide, the 22 of Seredinsky, the 04 of Steve Axon running the high side.
Ed Perry starting to knock on the door of Chad Baxter. That's about 10 cars back deep in the middle of the field, and that's playoff racing, folks. Not sure if that's the bubble off the top of my head, but they're racing like it sure is. Just ahead of them, the 22 car of Scotty Seredinsky trying to outrun Chad Baxter right on his tail.
Field thunders off 3 wide momentarily. Seredinsky trying to get a run as the 12 of Benoit goes around off of turn number 4, rolls it out of the way down to the infield, and we are slowed up with 4 laps complete for the 12 of Doug Benoit.
Pace truck pulling off to the safe distance in the middle of the infield. They approach the restart zone. Steve Bowden looks over the field. Green flag waving. Adam Petty off to the races down into 1. Don Perry trying to keep pace on the outside. They've swapped spots since the race start 4 laps ago. Field snakes down the back stretch and down into 3. Adam Petty at the point.
3 wide off the corner. Seredinsky dives out of the inside with Axon threading the needle down in the middle, and he's able to make it through. Perry up on the outside as they come down the back straightaway.
Cars bottling up all the way back through the field, but everyone continue to go green.
Off the corner they come, the 54 of Lambert, the 1 of Perry, the 19 of Lynham go 3 wide. Perry sneaks it by. He gets caught behind. Perry drops to the bottom underneath.
Oh, bottling up, all down, backed up. Cody Lambert getting right into the back of Ed Perry as it just stacked up there in the 4. They continue to race forward, but that looked like a decently hard shot for Colby Lambert.
How about the run already for Joe Kohler? He's already passed a half a dozen cars. He sits 12th on the field as he comes off of turn number 4. Up front, Petty sets the pace. Rio sits 2nd. Sylvia is 3rd. The battle right now for 4th. Cody Tripp on the inside. The 04 up on the outside. The 22 of Seredinsky is right there as they hit turns 1 and 2.
Adam Petty, your leader, followed by Chris Rio in 2nd. Just behind them, it gets a little trickier. Jim Silvio leading the field through in 3rd. Cody Tripp hot in his tail. Look at Steve Axon works the high side as Seredinsky looking to stave him off on the inside.
Axon backsliding just a little bit as Seredinsky works the bottom lane there. Here comes the 0 of Baxter down low. He's got the 19 of Lynham glued to his rear bumper. Right now, the 4th car in line is the 4 of Bianca in those chase cars. Right now, Lambert would be out. Benoit is out. He's gone pit side as they come off of turn number 2.
That's right. 12 car heading pit side over a lap ago. He now starting to go laps down, and that advancement to round 3 getting ever bleaker. Sportsman starting to string out single file for the most part. Zoom into the battle for 6. Steve Axon on the outside of Scott Seredinsky, and Chad Baxter bearing down into 1 and 2.
Baxter all over the back bumper there, waiting for something to open. He's comfortable in that 7th position, because he is the first car out of the chase drivers in. They roll down the front stretch, down into turn number 1 and 2. As they roll down the back straightaway.
Yeah, chase drivers still haven't broken through towards the front of the pack here. Chad Baxter sitting in 7th. As you say, that first playoff driver forward. Right behind him by 2 cars is Ed Perry. And then the other 2 drivers, Craig Pianca and Colby Lambert, those are your 4 that are currently in the transfer spots.
Lambert takes a look to the inside of Pianca as Axon slides back through 3 and 4. Field gets by the 10. The 0 of Baxter gets by. The 19 of Lynham works the inside lane there. As they head down the back straightaway, 16 laps are up on the board. Adam Petty in control on this one. He's got a comfortable 6-car length advantage lead. It's another half a straightaway back to the 16 of Sylvia with the 23 of Cody Tripp sitting fourth, and the 22 of Sierodinsky rounding out the top 5.
Focusing on Cody Tripp, who's riding in fourth right now. There's a mirror full of Scott Sierodinsky. A little bit of smoke coming out of that 23 car sometimes. We'll keep an eye on that. He's playing offense and defense right now as he's trying to get by the 16 as they work their way past some lap traffic down into 3, snaking on down into 4.
Mackenzie Stevenson going -1 to the leaders as the field rolls by down the front straightaway. As they gather it in, Ed Perry has gotten by the 4 of Pianca. Pianca continues to knock on that back door down the back straightaway. Axon settles into the inside right behind the 19 of Lynham as Lynham goes to the outside while Sierodinsky gets underneath Cody Tripp in the battle for 4th.
Yeah, Cody Tripp starting to improvise a little bit. Well, actually, he gave up the inside to the 22 car as the 23 starting to backslide now a little bit as Ryan Lynham and Joe Kohler both step out of line and head pit side.
Yeah, both out of the race now as they head off the racetrack.
Cody Tripp now off the pace off of 2 as the field sails by to the inside.
Tripp having problems. She's been smoking all night long. Hope it's nothing terminal. Battle for 3rd. Scott Sierodinsky is closed in on the 16 into 1 and 2. Down to the back bumper, takes a look down to the inside. Down the back stretch they go. Door to door down into 3 and 4. And it is Sierodinsky looking for the 3rd spot. Sylvia hangs on at the stripe that time.
As this battle continues down into 1 and 2, they still go side by side. Tyler Almeida trying to catch the 4 car as they come off of turn 2 now. Tyler Almeida, that first car on the outside looking in, he's trying to hold off Adam Giacomosi, who makes a move to the inside.
Giacomosi takes that spot away as Almeida gets caught up top. Caution flag is out. 1 car around down the back straightaway, and I believe that may be
laps to decide it. 5 drivers left in the drive, and only 4 will advance. Green flag in the air, and Adam Petty leads him down into 1.
Petty gets a perfect restart, leads it down into the corner, and look at Pepe up top go 3 wide as Axon slides underneath down into turn number 3. 5 laps to go this time at the stripe. Sierodinsky up to 2nd, putting some pressure there. Here comes Baxter up on the inside as they hit turn number 1.
Yeah, battle of the young guns as Adam Petty looking to play defense on Sierodinsky and breaks away just for a moment by a car length or 2. But here comes Chad Baxter, winding up the low lane, sliding on by Rio for 3rd.
Down into 1 and 2, Perry right there as well. That orange and blue number 1 is up to 5th. Looking for 4th down the back straightaway. Rio shuts the door there. Axon gets a run up top.
Door being left open by Sierodinsky, allowing Chad Baxter to have a nice good look into that low lane down into 1. Solid position as they come off of 2. Drag race down into 3. Sierodinsky trying to keep pace with Baxter, coming back to 2 to go.
2 more circuits to go and Adam Petty in control. Chad Baxter takes over the number 2 spot. Sierodinsky back to 3rd. 4th is Rio in the 3. Trouble off of turn number 4. The 72 of Lincoln goes your top 10. Half of those drivers are going for 4 positions. Who's it going to be? Looking for the green off of 4. A nice even start. Petty gets a jump on Baxter, but look at Chad, even up off of 2. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Perry threading the needle down into 3.
Sierodinsky on the low lane. It's Rio up high, coming back to the white flag. They're still 3 wide. Look at Perry slam the door on the 3.
Down into 1 and 2. Perry gets slideways in the middle of the corner. What a save by Perry as they get tangled up deep in the field. They're spreading their wings. Checkered flag is out. Petty takes down the win. Baxter in 2nd. 3rd going to the 22 of Sierodinsky. What a finish on that one. They came off at turn number 2, 3 wide.
You've been up here a couple of times in victory lane. I know you've been knocking on the door at this win for a long time this year, and how good does it feel to be here finally?
Yeah, it feels awesome. We worked real hard for this one. A lot of 2nd places, 3rd places this year, working real hard to get there and just haven't been able to do it. And so here comes on that. I'm happy I finally got it done.
You know, a lot of unfolding behind you all night tonight. Started on the front row. All night you got Chad Baxter creeping up behind you, starting on the outside, and then with that 2 laps to go, to be able to hold them off on the outside how good does it feel to start up front, keep this thing up front, and best the field tonight?
Yeah, it feels great. When I saw the caution come out 2 to go, I was a little scared. I knew Chad was creeping up on us, but we held him off and, got it done.
Got to feel real good. I'm sure there's a lot of people you want to thank for this one.
Yeah, there's so many people that come out and help us. I mean, girlfriend, Mike, I mean, just everyone that comes out and helps us. There's tons of people. Jerry, you know, then all my sponsors, Bryan Hill Farms, Middlebar Recycling, All Phase Renovations, you know, they all help.
All right. Well, great to see you down here finally breaking through for the first win of the season. Congrats again, Adam Petty, finisher. Chad Baxter, make some noise here, coming home second today, and first driver locked into, well, the drive for the Cup next week, down to the Final Four. Solid second place finish, but what are those first final thoughts coming across the start-finish line? Is it happy to be up here in top 3 or getting through to the championship 4?
Well, for a while, it was just we just had to stay ahead of everybody, and that's what we were doing. We weren't really going forward any. Once that caution came out, we were able to move forward, which was good.
And then right when that last caution with 2 to go came out, all of a sudden, you're sitting on the front row. You must be thinking, I could win this thing again.
Yeah, I thought we had a shot, but I got a bad restart. It just blew the tires off, and it came out sideways, and it wasn't good.
Well, hey, a second place finish, more than good enough to get the job done tonight, and a drive locked in for the championship 4. Sure, there's a lot of people you want to thank for this one.
Yeah, I got to thank Rich and Emily Sprague, my brother, Chris, Ryan, everybody else that shows up to the shop and helps. And I got to thank RLS Performance, Nat Chevatone, and Hilton Bodies.
All right, well, another strong drive for the Zero car. Let's hear it again one more time for Chad Bax, third place finisher. Scott Seredinsky, another week, another third place finish. But you battled hard with the likes of Pepe and a whole gaggle of guys. So I know this third place finish was probably pretty hard to come by.
Yeah, I started 7th, had to just, you know, be patient, come all the way up. Got third, I mean, not, you know, the one winning, but, you know, we'll take it. Hopefully we can try to get us a move up in points, and that's really it for the season.
Yeah, well, it's certainly good to see this 22 continue to string together top 3 finishes. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that you want to thank for helping you week in and week out.
Yeah, I can't thank everyone out in the pits enough. They're the only reason why we're finishing this good. And it's Jariah Roderick, Pete, my dad, Muzzy, Robbie, Finish Grade, Excavation, Everett's Auto Parts, and Roy, RTG, Elmwood Auto, B&M, BFR, just everyone who helps out in the car. They know who they are, and I thank them.
All right, another strong finish for the number 22 car. One more time, folks. Let's give a big round of applause. Scott Seredinsky Jr. coming home 3rd, Chad Baxter 2nd, and Adam Petty for the first.